Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Toe Tags Reviews, and today we're checking out the new song and video from Zeal Ardor. This is Fend You Off from the upcoming album Grief? I don't know how you want to pronounce it.
I think it's Grief, but it's spelled wrong.
It's spelled wrong, but it says Grief. Oh. But it's coming out later this year. We checked out Clawing Out, whack song with a video that made zero sense, and based on what we're looking at right here, we might get a similar video because I see another description of something in the corner. So whoever's in this video is probably just going to be sitting there in the car eating a sandwich.
Yeah, but when he says whack song, it's still a good song.
It was good. It was just like approaching Igor levels of weird.
Completely circumvented our expectations, and yes, It was basically a shot of a woman in the back of a car.
Yeah,
that was it. It was just a car driving around. This thumbnail, we see what looks like a woman in a car. So we're a little bit concerned about what this video is going to present, but maybe they're onto something.
You know what? ASMR like kind of car ride videos. I don't know if you ever watch those where it's just someone put a camera on their dashboard and they're just driving through a city.
Yeah.
Those are pretty chill.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the vibe.
Maybe that's the vibe. Let's check it out.
Thousands of hours we wait to devour what's gone. Hidden in truth is the merit of youth, what is left. I have been clenching my fists so my palms start to bleed.
Gives me like These Filthy Hands, Mushroom Head vibes, that little piano lick. I like how her emotion there just matched the music.
Yeah.
Countless men know countless ways to be better than the next of our very kin. Countless days speak of countless ways we forget each other, ways that
The melodic line here with the vocals remind me of something you hear from Tool.
Yeah.
Person that lets me revert in the night. And
Parts of this vocal performance also kind of remind me of Chris Cornell.
I can see that comparison.
I wonder if this is the same car ride from the last video. This is the driver.
This lady's driving.
Yeah.
And the other,
In the back seat.
It does sound a bit like Cornell, you're right.
Totally.
Double bass in there.
Nice. He went from Chris Cornell to E-Shot.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome song. I loved that. That was so awesome. Like, I loved the groove. I loved the vocal performance. It was a standard song, unlike the last one, which was a very non-standard kind of track, which, by the way, was still good. But this one, man, loved it. And I feel like the video was a lot more interesting to watch because it's like, oh, like this, it looks like a pretty stressful car ride.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it looks like it was a pretty fast car ride. The last video did not look fast.
No, I'm not sure if they're connected or not. I mean, they're both car rides, so you'd think
rides.
naturally they'd be connected, but as you mentioned, the last one seemed very leisure, this one seemed very frantic.
Yeah.
So,
and then not only that, we still had a description of something in the bottom left.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it is what it is. I thought this was a cool song, too. I liked the kind of easiness of it, and it had kind of this, like, not a creepy vibe, but, like, a mysterious vibe.
Yeah.
And then it ramped up, and I thought that was cool. I thought that it took enough time to make you appreciate the ramp up, too. Just very tastefully done. The only thing I think about, and I say this a lot because I think it's very important, is how is this going to be placed on the album? You know, that's, you know, a very important thing when you're looking at albums and coming from us, like reviewing albums and things like this. A track like this has to be placed in a good spot. Otherwise, it could maybe disrupt the flow of the album or how it sounds as a whole.
You can't really predict what this album's going to do, though. It's
can't.
hard to think, like, where is this going to be on the album? I don't know. It could be anywhere.
I know.
So, like, the last song was weird. There's another song that was dropped that we didn't even check out yet.
Right.
So it's like, what does that sound like? Where would that fit? Like, it's like completely unpredictable with this record, which is cool and exciting.
Yeah.
And so where will this fit in? I don't know. Will there be more songs that sound like this or not? There's no way of telling.
I mean, you were mentioning Chris Cornell. I agree with that. You mentioned Eshawn. I agree with that. I kept getting Mushroomhead vibes from this instrumentally, and it was reminding me of, like, the old school Mushroomhead stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, it doesn't have J-No and J-Man on it, but if it did, this would be a Mushroomhead song. Like, I just felt like
I see where you're coming from.
Instrumentally, it was like in that realm.
I see the vision.
That's just interesting, though, that those three different kind of artists were all kind of mashed up in here. That's an interesting concoction right there.
A good one, though.
A good one, for
Anyway,
sure.
guys, that's all we got for you today. Remember to like this video if you liked it. Tell us in the comments below, do you have any expectations for this album? Because with each song released, you can't really tell where it's going, and we're excited for its release. Anyway, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. I'm TV Fish.
I'm Wild Self.
We'll see you guys later.